Hi, I'm Annie Lichny, and I want to thank you for joining in for some mindfulness practice today. As you can see, I'm in a different location. I'm in Mexico, in a beautiful mountain village, and there are all kinds of noises of a village that are going on all around me, but it's so beautiful here and so peaceful that I really wanted to share this bright morning with you on practice today and hope you can enjoy it as well. We're going to be working with self-compassion for strong emotions when strong emotions arise within us and we find it hard and challenging to work with these emotions. Self-care or self-compassion isn't just soft and gushy. It's actually a firm quality as well, an aware quality, and an open quality. So we can start to think about self-compassion in a slightly different, shifted way than what we hear about it from a cultural perspective. So as we get started here, I'd like us to just take a few breaths together. We'll take 3 breaths, and I want you to pay attention to your body with the breathing. So breathing in, starting to breathe into the lower belly, filling up the lower belly in a very intentional, caring way. And then the exhale is out with pursed lips, like you're whistling. Now take some on your own, breathing in through the nose if possible, but filling up the belly. Elongated exhale. This is a great breath to release stress when we feel it during our day. Inhaling through the nose, filling up the belly so the belly is fully expanded. And exhale. And as we take a comfortable posture, just feel that your back is upright, not stiff and tight, but just the spine is upright, and yet we're still relaxed and at ease, feeling the shoulders being able to drop slightly and soften. And we can close our eyes. And I'd like you to think of something here as we get started, something difficult going on right now. The world is filled right now with challenges, the whole world. And sometimes we isolate ourselves by being all-consuming in our mind's eye about the problem. And when we can start to work with it, bring awareness to what's bringing us this difficult emotion, it can really change and shift how we relate to our emotions and this challenge. So we could think of something that's difficult, maybe bringing up a situation and the resulting emotion that we're feeling, if it's fear, helplessness, anger, resentment, unsafe. Just notice for yourself one challenge, something difficult, and the emotion that is connected to that, and just hold that here, noticing that if we bring this sensation up, this felt sensation of the emotion based on the difficulty, that we can acknowledge, this is a moment of struggle. This feels really hard. This is hard. just acknowledging this. Our usual tendency is to try to push against it because we don't like to feel this difficulty. And what happens is that strong emotional feeling grows instead of melts away. As we stay with this difficult moment and this challenge that we're feeling in the emotion, we could start to recognize, yes, this is struggle. So we acknowledge it, and then we accept that this is struggle. This is part of being in this world, is experiencing not only the good things, but also the struggle. This is a part of our life. And there are so many people all around us experiencing a form of this struggle, just as we are. We are connected in this way. Perhaps you could even think of one other person or a few other people that you know. They may not be experiencing your exact struggle, but they know struggle just like you know struggle. And so we have this common humanity. We could even acknowledge that around the world there is intense struggle and stress. This is a common challenge that we all can start to recognize. It's not just us when we open to the idea that it's happening all around us. There's less isolation within ourselves. And we can start to acknowledge this feeling that we have, this emotion, whatever the emotion is that's here with you now as you are focusing on this difficult situation, the emotion of anger, resentment, guilt, fear, helplessness, whatever it is, confusion. Can we identify how the body is feeling with this felt sense of this emotion? Can we scan through the body to find where we're holding this emotion obviously within ourselves? Where is this emotion obvious, perhaps? Our eyes or our forehead, our jaw, our throat, our upper chest, the rib cage, the gut, maybe the hands. Where can we acknowledge that this emotion is residing within us? This tension or tightness or constricted sensation, a raw feeling perhaps. And can we go very gently, perhaps even taking a hand and placing it in direct contact as close as we can, bringing tenderness and warmth for ourselves toward this challenging emotion, perhaps over the throat or the forehead, the gut. the chest, taking our hand and placing it and feeling this warmth, this kindness we can offer ourselves, and the feeling of this sensation. Making contact with our own warmth toward this discomfort. Really stay with this felt sense in the body, and instead of staying up in the thoughts and the mind and continuing this circuit of discomfort, can we just stay with the feeling, this felt sense of this emotion? And maybe it's hard, it feels overwhelming to feel the whole thing. Can we just feel perhaps the edges of this emotion? Feeling, can we soften just the edges, bring a little bit of warmth and tenderness to this hard shell, holding this strong feeling. Just soften the shell, warm the shell, melt it away. When we start to soften the edges, we can start to feel this dissolving. Just notice for yourself. Maybe breathing in and out, bringing the breath in and out directly into this challenging felt sensation in the body. Breathing in, feeling our own warmth toward ourselves in this part of our body. A very slow, tender breath. Releasing, exhaling out of this tender part of our body. And we could notice as we let go of that breath into this tension and this strong emotional pull, we could start to notice perhaps a change, a shift, a softening, an opening of this part of the body. Bringing tenderness to ourselves, awareness to this difficult challenge can really shift. And this is a very important mindfulness practice. We can nurture ourselves a little bit more together here. Not only when we inquire about a strong emotion that we're feeling, but also in general, making us more responsive, less reactive, by just opening up our attention, releasing it, focusing on the breath, breathing in, breathing and filling up the whole belly, releasing out, breathing out of the nose, just releasing, starting to bring awareness to the breath here, filling up the belly on the inhale, in and out of the nose, releasing on the exhale, releasing, releasing. Instead of staying in our mind, we can really move our mind into our body here, bringing our mind's eye all the way down to the belly, breathing in, feeling the expanding of the belly on the inhale, feeling the rib cage expanding on the inhale. Exhaling, just feeling this letting go as we exhale. expanding, inhaling, really expanding the belly. Letting go on the exhale as we release through the nose. We can, again, use our very creative mind's capacity and bring our focus directly down below the belly button. And imagine that we have our nose right down by our belly button, breathing in. So the breath is being pulled into the belly, directly down into the belly button, bringing space, warmth, kindness, care as we breathe in to the belly, softening, opening the belly. Releasing gently, gently releasing on the exhale. A very slow, smooth, soft inhale and exhale too. Breathing in, directly pulling the air into the belly. Releasing out of the belly, directly out into the space around. Breathing in. The whole breath is expanding the belly. Our whole breath is softening and caring for our belly. Exhaling, releasing the air out of the belly. Breathing in, releasing out. We could shift our focus directly into the space behind our eyes, moving all of our focus not so much into the idea of our brain as much as into the space, the openness, the expandedness that we can experience behind the eyes, right in the middle of our head. And again, we can pull on the inhale all of the air directly into this space, right in the middle of our head. On the inhale, and release directly from the middle of our head. We could imagine that all of the air is releasing and letting go on the exhale. Breathing in, opening, expanding into the middle of our head, releasing, letting go on the exhale. We'll take one more breath directly into the middle of our head, pulling the air into the spaciousness in our head, releasing, letting go on the exhale. And now connecting the belly, connecting the head. We're going to breathe directly into the heart, a slow, deep inhale, pulling the air into our chest heart center, and releasing slowly, exhaling out of the heart center on the exhale. Take 2 more breaths on your own with as much care and kindness as you can offer yourself, pulling the air in, really expanding the heart center, releasing out. One more time, very soothing, expanding openness. Exhaling, letting go, releasing the air directly from the heart center. And now we just let the breath breathe itself. Just notice how the whole body feels. If we feel more at ease, at peace, a release of emotional charge, more aware, present, accepting. Notice what you feel right here, right now. What comes up for you. What do you need right now? And to carry you through today, that you can rely on with your own self-compassion and care. And can you bring this quality of what you need by breathing it in and releasing it out as a result of all of this inquiring and wonderful self-care that you've offered yourself. I'm so thankful we could share this mindfulness practice together. And I'm wishing you a wonderful day.